Hola, everyone, and welcome to Open. I'm Rina Valentin, your host of Café con Leche every Friday. Here's what's coming up in today's show. First up, we're joined by artisan, author, and educational psychologist, Dr. Manijeh Hart, to explore her journey into crystal healing and the art of practice building. And after that, Dr. Laura Eustache Zamor joins us to discuss the benefits of her Kai Gran Apothecary, organic handmade oils, tinctures, and teas. And lastly, this week's Open Artist Spotlight shines on Brooklyn-born Puerto Rican stand-up comedian Rafael Gee with a stand-up performance at the end of the show. So sit back y prepárate. All this and more is headed your way because now we are officially open. Hey everyone, and welcome to Open. I'm Rina Valentin, your host of Café con Leche for the next hour, inviting you to get social with us online. That's right, follow us on Instagram at BronxNet TV or like us on Facebook at Open BronxNet Television. And of course, while you're there, don't forget to follow moi on FB, Instagram, Insta Stories, Threads, and LinkedIn at Rina Valentin. And we begin today's show with artisan, author, and educational psychologist, Dr. Manijeh Hart, who is no stranger to the show. She recently acquired her PhD in educational psychology, and we are beyond excited to share her new developments. And today we will explore her journey into crystal healing and the art of practice building with her new program, Blissful Rising, which aims to start your day deliberately stepping into your power. And here to unlock the power of crystals and help us embrace our inner light, please welcome back to Open, Dr. Manijeh Hart.
Thank you. It's such a pleasure to be here again.
Oh my goodness. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm sure, attaining and obtaining and earning this PhD was no easy task.
Yeah, it was a really long journey. I actually started in 2011, believe it or not.
Wow.
Yeah, 2011. I finished my coursework 2015, and throughout that time, it was just doing research, going back and forth, getting participants. It was a long journey. Exercise and perseverance for sure.
To say the least.
Yes.
Exercising perseverance and also completion, which is it's a big deal, and it's one of the things that I always teach my daughters. Like completion is where it's at, right? But the fact that you made sure that you completed, why was that so important to you aside from completing the task?
Yeah, it was really important to me because I put so much energy into it, and I know what I want to do with it. Like, the PhD is not the goal, that's just a tool, right? Because I want to consult and there's more impact I want to make. So I kept that as my vision, and that allowed me to continue taking steps.
And so why educational psychology?
So because I'm really interested in literacy acquisition, language development, especially in the Black community, and the connection that we have with like reading and language and the oppression that can happen around language. So I wanted to be an advocate in that space and also bring tools to schools so that they can feel empowered to preserve the identity through language with children.
Yeah, I love this because now we're talking about intersectionality, right? And also the fact that you're a spiritualist. We can put that out there, right?
Yes.
And but then there's the blending of the science with it.
Absolutely.
Right, which is where that comes in.
Yeah, exactly. And really it all comes around to knowing yourself and being confident in yourself and people being able to be honored as themselves. So that happens within the spiritual world, knowing yourself, but then also externally, let's create conditions in which people can feel comfortable to express in their true form.
Yeah, and I know you and I have conversations behind just the things that I want to say are a part of our existence that most people are not really paying that close attention to, and our natural abilities in which the pandemic may have amplified for some.
Right.
And so in being this guide, in educating and leading individuals, you have chosen this path of designing jewelry, but it's very intentional. You know, aligned wire, we featured it here on Open in the past, but you continue to expand on it. And I want to reintroduce our audience members to your methodology, because there's a system behind what you do, and you're very deliberate about everything you do, including using copper as your choice of jewels.
Yes, absolutely. So my brand Align Wire is all about copper and crystal healing jewelry, and it's centered around the chakra system. Because in 2019, when I had my spiritual awakening, I received crystal Reiki, where they're putting crystals on my body, working with my energy, finding what's blocked, what's not, and really amplifying ways that I can really be in my power. So when the idea around Align Wire fell into my lap or came across, you know, in divine timing, the message came to me, I said, naturally, I would love to make this accessible to people in my community. So I decided to center it around the chakra system, because that's something that supported my healing.
Right.
So I know what I was talking about with them, like the testimony, right? And then the crystals that I introduced into the space are the first collection was like obsidian, amethyst, very concrete ones people know about a lot.
Right.
And then I started to bring in more like tiger's eye or howlite for the second
expand
collection.
on it, right?
Exactly.
No, you know what? I do want to have a conversation around the crystals, but before we jump into the crystals, I want to talk about the significance of the copper.
The copper.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So the copper, I love it because it's a very healing metal. It already exists in our bodies, but what it's doing is supporting our blood purification. It gets out heavy toxins from our body, heavy metals. It even supports with generating new brain cells, right? So that's the physical aspect of what it can do by just wearing it. But spiritually, it's a great conductor of energy. And being a melanated individual, like it just really works with our makeup as well.
Right. Our chemistry.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And so in essence, it's an antioxidant, right?
Yeah.
And I want to say that because so I wear her jewelry, and I wear copper jewelry, and I know that most people feel uncomfortable because it turns your fingers green, but really what it's doing its job.
It's absolutely
that's why it turns green. It's not because it's tarnishing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I need to bring that to people's attention, because sometimes I wear things and then I have green and I'm like, wow, that's a lot of toxins that I have going on there.
Well, that's something that's so interesting about it, is that it's acid, right? We have acidic conditions in our body. It also creates a space for disease, right? That's where inflammation, all this can come from. So what copper is doing is pulling the acid out of your body. So the more acid, like dairy and things like that, and sugars that you have in your body, the more likely you're going to be turning green more rapidly. But the copper is alive.
Not physically, not but wherever you were in the copper, there's going to be green.
There's going to be a little bit of green in that space, but that should just indicate to you it's a relationship you get to have with the copper. Like letting you know, okay, what do I need to do within my body, what I'm eating, what I'm intaking, to make these adjustments.
Which is beautiful. It's a wonderful initiation into having that conversation and relationship with mind, body, and spirit, right? So now let's talk about the expansion of your line, because as I mentioned, we've had Aligned Wire on in the past, and I see I'm wearing a ring. I'm obviously a fan of Dr. Manijeh, and I'm happy that she's here to share this expansion that's occurred. So I know we have some images to accompany the conversation, and perhaps we can just briefly give people a little insight as to the benefits of the crystal, because I think we're going to start with the obsidian.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah. So this is the obsidian ankh, which is lovely. So the ankh itself is a symbol within the Kemetic line around the eternal life. So with obsidian, it actually explores like the underworld. It gets close to your shadows, bringing them to light. It also protects your overall aura from negative energy.
Nice.
So it doesn't impact your energy.
All right. So that's one of the symbolic pieces of Aligned Wire, which is why we're showing that. Now we're going to show the earrings, which is the new line. I'm so excited to see this.
Very exciting.
All right. So what are we going to show first? So this is amethyst.
This is an amethyst. This is actually the frequency line. So you see like the bend in the wire. I just kind of flow and let the wire do what it wants to do. With these ones, I have sound healing that comes along with it. So Amethyst is great for your crown, opening up to your divine clarity and purity. So I'll have you listen to 963 hertz. And
Nice.
that works with that energy as well.
Nice. We're talking about hertz. And then we have a few stones that we're
Yes.
showcasing today. I believe these are the aventurine.
The green aventurine, which is great, opening up your heart chakra, connecting what's in your heart to the way that you're speaking. Yeah.
And then we have the rose quartz.
Rose quartz. So many people are so familiar with rose quartz. Like, I love it, whether it's pink or because of the love, whatever that is. But that also is bringing that to your space. Frequency 432, you can listen to with those for your heart chakra.
Interesting, the whole frequency conversation, because that's been coming up a lot.
Yeah.
And so next we have the garter belt line, right? I mean, this is the wedding collection. Oh my gosh, when I saw this, I was like, what a wonderful idea.
Thank you, thank you. So it was really interesting. I did a wedding expo and I said, who wears copper at weddings? I don't know. So then I had to shift and think about how can I make it, accessible to brides.
And this is aventurine?
And this is an aventurine garter belt. So it's, hidden under your dress, but it's bringing you with love and openness and that open heart that you really want to have on your wedding day.
It's awesome. And that's one that you don't throw to the next bride to be or whatever.
Exactly.
This is a keeper. And then this is what?
This is Larimar. So this one is natural to the Dominican Republic. And this is for peace and clarity on your wedding day. Feeling ease. We don't want the bridezilla or feeling angst, right? So just having that peace.
I love these customized concepts. I love it. And then we have one more I think we're showing.
Yes, red garnet is about sincerity, trust. It's a root chakra, but it's connecting it to your heart. So feeling very grounded in your heart space. And what bride or what family doesn't want to feel that on a wedding day?
Beautiful. And then we're going to close out the wedding series with my favorite. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy you've dived into this arena of creating tiaras and crowns, right? So this is the queen.
Yes, this was custom for the bride. She said, I want some beautiful handmade things for my wedding. We spoke about it, and this has green aventurine and red jasper, so passion, energy in your marriage and beyond, and then also that safety and love and open hearts as well.
Wearing it on
the head,
third
on her
eye.
wedding
Well,
day.
it's on the crown, but it's really on the third eye.
Absolutely. So full alignment, head to toe.
Beautiful. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to share this with you guys.
Thank you.
Yes, because we're talking benefits all around.
Yes, exactly.
Right? And so going back to the deliberateness in your actions, right? And what we like to discuss a lot is mindfulness.
Yes.
And I think we all need to exercise that a little more consciously, right? Because it's there. And I always bring up the pandemic because I think the pandemic opened that up for us. And then there's the conversation in normalizing it.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And so that being said, you and I, we've had you on before where we were talking about the seasons. And right now, in the month of August, August is somewhat what I would consider a slow season.
Yeah.
It's a season where things kind of are dormant. And I say dormant from the flow of the energy because everybody goes away and everything just slows down.
Yeah.
Right? And so that's almost like in preparation for our third quarter of the year, right?
Absolutely.
And so you've come up with this amazing program, which I love the concept, and I love that you're doing it at the crack of dawn.
Yes.
Because then it's kind of a matter of like, how committed are you to yourself?
It's true. It's true. And then also doing it that early. So it's from 5 to 6 a.m. I'm doing wellness calls. I actually did it in the month of June. I just did 30 straight days. I had people joining in from 5 to 6 a.m. We set intentions for the day. We journaled. We meditated. We had discourse with each other. So a simple question of what are 3 things you're going to accomplish today? How are you going to move with your power word today? So all day long, people were coming back to that because all day we get pulled out. Right? But we can have 5 to 6 a.m., a moment to just get in touch and connect it with ourselves and know like that's the truth. Then you get to come back to that truth all day long.
You know, I'm sitting with it. I'm sitting with it because there's something about being held accountable, right? Even if you're not there taking notes on everybody, it's a matter of knowing that you're stepping into the day not only being guided, but intentionally setting your intentions, right? And or creating this word and or whatever that is. And so that is where the practice building is created, right?
Exactly.
So just elaborate a little more on the practice building.
So on the practice building, you're also not only setting your intention in terms of how you want to feel during the day, but it's like, what are we going to accomplish today? So that also gets you very focused on goals that are tangible. It doesn't always have to be, okay, I'm going to write a book today. I'm going to work on these pages today. It can be, today I'm going to spend 10 minutes in nature. And that is a goal for the day. And that is okay. Just knowing that you're going to check in with yourself throughout the day is really powerful. And why is it practice building? So after the 30 days, the intention is for you to continue. Your body will start to wake up at that time, 4:30, 4:45 craving, right? That 5 to 6 a.m. Just finding something that's really going to get you in touch with yourself during that time. And as you said, moving into the fall is beautiful. As you were speaking, I see like dust settles in August. Like we're just in a settling place, right? And in the fall, naturally the trees are releasing and all of that. So we get to release and then get to redefine what the rest of our year wants to look like. So that's why I want to start September 1st to September 30th this year and really setting that practice as we move into the fall season.
It sounds delicious. It does. It does. And I'm so grateful to you for bringing it here to our audience. I hope that also intrigues you guys. Once again, Dr. Manijeh Hart, thank you once again for bringing it here to our viewers.
Always.
And if any of you are interested in learning more about the upcoming Blissful Rising program and or the crystals, you can visit alignedwire.net. And you can also follow her on Instagram at aligned.wire.
Yes.
All right, stay tuned. There's more Open when we return.
Thank you.
We're gonna start the show right now. This is my favorite part. Ready in 5, 4, 3, 2. Hey, this is Angel, and I am one of the instructors for the in-studio production. Here at BronxNet, we offer classes that can help you elevate, expand, and start your television career. All you have to do is sign up at bronxnet.org/education. For the past 7 years, I have been in various productions, spanning from talk shows, independent films, news reports, art displays, teachings, musical performances, and many more. Ain't that right, Angel? Yeah, you're absolutely right, Angel. There are a lot of creative individuals that we're just waiting to sign up for the class. And if I may, can I also express thank you, Angel. That's all the time we have left. Visit bronxnet.org/education and become a producer by taking the course. The class I offer is also in English, en español y también bilingüe. Nos vemos en la próxima clase.
We are the Eco Leaders. We learned that everything starts with ourselves. Then we have to educate ourselves. Then we have to build community and use our imagination.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Open. Our next guest is a board-certified doctor of naturopathy, or it's naturopathy, and a certified holistic health practitioner. She is the author of The Whole Mother Method, empowering mothers to heal from C-section birth trauma and renew their spiritual power. And she's also the owner of Kai Gran Apothecary, creating handcrafted teas, tinctures, and herbal oils for postpartum wellness. And here to share more, we welcome back to Open Dr. Laura Eustache Zamor. Hello and welcome.
Hi, Rena. Thank you for having me.
You know, I gotta say, it's just so fulfilling for me and hopefully for my viewers to have guests come on throughout the years, because it's been like, I don't know, the first time I had you on was like, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago or something like that.
Yes, almost. Yeah, about 10 years ago.
Yeah. And that was like your first book.
Yes.
The Audacity to Finish.
Yes, and following with what you were talking about with your first guest, finishing. Perseverance, yeah.
Correct,
yes.
Right? And so, and then as time progressed, you wrote another book, The Whole Mother Method.
Yes.
And we had you on for that a couple of years ago.
Yes.
And then, of course, now you're a doctor.
Of naturopathy. Yes, ma'am.
And now you've introduced this new line that is almost like you going back to your roots and incorporating that into your practice.
Yes, absolutely.
Right? Yeah. Because from what I understand, Kai Gran is like Creole or Haitian Creole.
Yes, Haitian Creole.
Haitian Creole for grandma's house.
Yes. And with this line, with Kai Gun Apothecary, I want you to think, when you think about grandma's house, especially as a mom, you go to your grandmother's house in Haiti, where my family's from, it's for nourishment, it's for comfort, it's for tradition. And for me, that's where I was first introduced to herbs, right? And so coming up with something that was going to be part of my practice, as you mentioned, that was going to be nourishing, that was going to be traditional, and that was going to be universal was very, very important to me. And so Kai Gun, everybody's like, why that name? But Kai Gun really is what it means in literal Haitian Creole.
So I'm not pronouncing it right.
No.
It's Kai Gun.
Kai Gun.
Kai Gun.
Kai Gun.
Kai Gun. Yeah, I'm gonna get the Haitian Creole. All right, I'm gonna hang around you a little longer, and I'm gonna get
You're gonna get it.
Yeah.
What profil?
What?
What profil?
I love it.
Yes.
So I honestly, I just love that that we're all able to embrace each other's cultures in a way that we're here to help each other and heal each other.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Which is what this episode seems to be themed around.
Yes.
Which is actually what most of my episodes are themed around, because that's where we're living right now. We're living in this space of understanding that we can't live in that, or focus, I should say, on the feast of negativity that we're being spewed with.
Right. It needs to be about community. It needs to be about interconnectedness. And I love what Dr. Hart was talking about earlier in terms of seeing connectivity with everything that we're introducing and bringing when it comes to healing, because it is mind, body, spirit, mind, body, soul. Everything needs to be connected.
And so while we're going to go through some of the items that are here on the table, let's just introduce the audience as to why you're focused primarily on postpartum.
Yes. Well, I had a near-death C-section experience back almost 10 years ago. Yes. And for me, it was really important in my journey to become a naturopath is to understand words, understand things that impact shame, because a lot of women, statistics will show that PTSD and all the things in between the big diagnoses and the big experiences is that there's a underlying space where women are not really talking about their traumas. But I wanted to focus on the systems of the body. You know, naturopathy looks at the total 11 systems of the body and their interconnectedness. And for me, it wasn't just about what was going on in my mind or the mind of other women that I spoke to or that I was having these qualitative interviews with. It was about the other organs of the body. So for instance, when we're looking at a drink like Rafael Gee, you're looking at the heart meridian and the heart chakra. And we know that all the issues from a mother comes from her heart. And what does that mean? Literally, you're looking at the power pack of the body. You're looking at, you know, your immune health through your cardiovascular system. And when we look at your kidney health, you see the interconnection. So if there's too much heat in the heart, TCM teaches us that if there's too much heat in the heart, then the kidneys are disrupted, right? So we're looking at connection and keeping everything even keel. And for moms, like you asked, what is my focus? Why is it so in particular for postpartum? Is because moms are the backbone of society, right? And so you want moms to feel grounded, especially right now. You want moms to feel informed. And for me, informed means understanding words. What do the words mean? What does C-section birth trauma mean? What does healing mean? And what are the different various paths to get there? In terms of autonomy, you have choices, and in those choices you have education. to understand those choices, to make the best informed decision.
I love it, and thank you for that. And I think it's so important that we continue to have these conversations.
Yes.
And so this is an unfamiliar word.
Yes.
Speaking of language,
Right.
So talk to me about rafraîchi.
Okay, so rafraîchi, it has French connotations, but in the Haitian culture, rafraîchi is something that you drink. It's like after a long day of work. It cools the system. And so the ingredients of this blend, again, came to me. I was, working with different herbs. And again, every herb in the apothecary is focused on central nervous system, the digestive system. It's focused on the glandular system, because those are systems very important to women's health, right? So you want herbs that are universal. And hibiscus is nurturing. It's nourishing.
It's my
also the
favorite
flower.
flavor. It's my favorite flavor. I'm so
Tart.
excited.
It's not my favorite, but
Well, it's mine.
wonderful.
I'm good
I'll
with
be
that.
honest with you. And so hibiscus is chou black en Creole. It's actually the national flower of Haiti, but it is wonderful for the heart meridian. It's wonderful for the circulatory system. And as you were discussing earlier, it is a great drink for the summertime. So I paired it with some other herbs that are also cooling to the system, because you don't want to overheat the system. And so you have lavender in there.
Okay, so what are we gonna try?
We're gonna try,
because I was checking the bottle temperatures. I'm like, they're chilled.
They're chilled,
Yeah.
and I put that on the bottle.
Okay.
It is to be drank chilled, and I do recognize, depending on where you are, make it year round, but particularly for the summer months, because it just naturally cools the system. So you can drink it on ice.
Okay.
Ooh, I secured, and they're boutique made, right?
Okay.
So
And so what are we drinking?
we're drinking rafraîchi nourishing tea. This has hibiscus, lavender. I'm gonna have some too. That would
Okay.
be rude.
Yes.
Okay.
We
And
must tea together, darling.
Oh, yes. And people ask me all the time. So here's to
We must
a toast.
tea together.
Yes, a toast to Kaigun. All right, to health.
Kaigun. Kaigun. Yeah.
How's it taste?
I love it. I love hibiscus.
She loves it. How's it taste?
Did you say there's lavender in there
Yes.
too?
Yes.
So we're drinking lavender.
Lavender.
Which soothes-
which is soothing, but on the spectrum of soothing herbs, you have lemon balm, you have passion flower, you have Roman chamomile, and you want to make sure that I would say the way that I speak to women about it is you have your light to your dark. So you have herbs that are just easy. Lavender is one of those where you're not going to fall asleep on the job, behind the wheel.
Oh, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I love that. That's what I like.
Oh my gosh.
And also,
that is so soothing, even to the throat.
and it's good for the entire family. So when you go to Kaigun Apothecary on IG, I love to keep it with, the familial aspect, because what mama consumes can be good for the whole family too.
It's important.
Exactly. So Kaigun, I do not diagnose, treat, prescribe, or any of those things, but I nourish. And if you're nourished as mama, then your children can be nourished as well. So my kids drink rafraîchi. I prepare it for them, prepare it for dad. And this is also something that if you are, leaning away from alcohol intake, again, you talked earlier about the effects of the pandemic and self-soothing and grounding. And we know that in the digestive system, if your liver is overburdened with toxicity, which we're not throwing stones in anybody's pond, but you may want something to soothe yourself. Rafraîchi, in terms of the hibiscus, it's really wonderful in terms of nourishing your liver as well. So it's not a medicinal drink, but it has medicinal properties.
Well, here's the thing. Well, no, it's again, what we're really talking about is restoration. What we're really talking about is understanding the importance of balance.
Yes.
Understanding the importance of balance, and that looks different for everyone.
For every single person. And that's one of the most important things about Kaigun, and why I started it is because, again, when you go to grandma's house, sometimes it's, fairy tea bomb. Sometimes it's a vaginal steam that you're coming for. Sometimes you're just coming to lay down. Sometimes it's the best food. And when I was growing up, I would visit Haiti during the summers with my mom. And first thing in the morning, you had your bitter and you had your sweet tea. And then you had your eggs, your arançon, which is your herring. You had a nutritive, filling breakfast. And then you had the sweets. You had jugenadia. You had all the yummy things.
Look at her throwing those words out. I'm like, wait.
Passion fruit. And I mean, it's the most delicious things, and that's what you know about being nourished. It speaks to your soul.
And also it comes from nature, right? So
Yes.
I want to make sure that we talk about the other items before we run out of time,
Yes.
because we're
We
here, we're
always run out of
focused.
time,
I
yes.
know, well, no, because this is,
Conversation's great.
first of all, this is very delicious,
Thank
okay?
you.
This is something that I would just drink all year round and just have in my
And you can.
refrigerator
Yes.
and just drink, not only, like, I would drink it sparingly because it tastes like that.
Yeah.
It has that flavor of
Yes.
like, oh, okay, this is one of those drinks that you don't just drink.
Right.
You
You
drink
savor, yes.
Right, you savor.
It's
And
intention-
once again,
yes.
we're going back to the word intentionality.
Yes,
Right.
yes,
So
yes.
it definitely has that in it.
Okay.
And then there's this actual tea.
Yes,
Right.
and so you can, that's lavender, and this is mint, peppermint, and you can order them just separate like that. And for my moms who are type A and want to do their own thing, you can order that, and they come separate. I also have something called Feuille la Caille, so there's very specific different types of Haitian herbs like aswasi, and I describe all of them on the website. You can see the full description. And they're just for, again, different needs when it comes to your nervous system for calming. If it's a digestive, you want to nourish the liver, you got some dandelion, you got some burdock, things that keep the body even keel.
And then this.
And this is hibiscus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, this is hibiscus.
Yeah. That is
In
the
its
shoe
raw
black.
form.
Yes,
I
in
love
its raw
it.
form. Correct.
And
Yes.
then this.
And this is what we call the herbal blends. Now, these are blends that I make specifically. They're
Right. I just want to show
Yes,
it to
yes, sure.
everybody. Okay.
Yes.
And this is essential oil.
Yes, this is essential oil, but it's also the root herb. It's cold pressed.
So what do you use it for?
Oh, this is perfect for massages. This is passion flower. And I have my mailman. He loves this. So again, everything is made for mama, but her family is able to use it, right? So
Right.
dad can use it. It's great if you're struggling with sleep. Passion flower just really even keels the body. It really works for the nervous system. And it's great for moms. Like if you're breastfeeding, we are in National Breastfeeding Awareness Month. I breastfed my second born for 3 years, which was no easy feat, but that's why I'm so passionate about the body being nourished, right?
And also the mom being nourished.
Yes, that's what I mean.
Right, but I know
Absolutely.
you're saying the body,
Yes.
but I remember going through postpartum, and it's one of those things that looks different for everyone.
For
But the
everyone.
one thing that is, I want to say, the same across the board is there's this redesign of what life looks like, whether we like it or not. And there's something that does to the psyche
Yes.
in understanding, like, yes, I'm happy to be a mom, but
yes.
these are the circumstances.
And this is one of the things, in the book, as well as what I produce here, is about accessibility. So whether you're the mom who is wherever she is in her stance, she can feel supported. That's the most important thing, supported and nourished, wherever you are on your journey.
I love
20
that.
years, 20 days.
Right.
It's applicable.
I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. And I'm so excited for you. And
Thank you so much.
congratulations
Thank
on
you.
launching this.
Thank you so
And for
much.
bringing it here.
Yes.
This is my supply.
Yes, ready to order. It's fresh, and I'm very proud of it. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Thank
Once
you so
again,
much.
everyone, Dr. Laura
Thank you
Eustache
so much.
Zamor.
Thank you so much, Rena.
Woo! And once again, if you're interested in Kai Gran Apothecary, you can visit. This is quite the long website, but it's worth it. It's worth it. It's LLHPRProductions.com/Kai Gran, and Kai Gran, I know I'm saying Gran wrong, but it's spelled KayGrann,
Correct.
and on Instagram at Kai_Gran_apothecary, and once again, Kai is spelled Kay.
Yes.
And all of it is worth it. So I highly recommend that you go and scroll. All right, stay tuned. Our Open Artist Spotlight is coming up next. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Open. Our final guest is a Brooklyn-born Puerto Rican stand-up comedian with over 25 years of experience. Who's known for his sharp wit and heartfelt storytelling style. He's performed alongside comedy greats such as Mark Vieira, Gina Brillon, and my girl Sarah Contreras. He is also a 3-time winner of the Meadowlands Comedy Show contest and has performed in iconic venues such as Broadway Comedy Club and New York Comedy Club, and that's just to name a few. He is currently, though, producing and starring in his first one-man comedy special, Reconstruction, not just a comeback, it's a reconstruction. So here to share more, everyone please welcome comedian Rafael Gee.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me on here. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Oh my goodness. Well, it's been a long time in the making.
Yes.
I mean, oh my gosh. You just made me realize prior to coming on air that, well, we've known each other for quite some time.
Yes, we came from the Latino Laughter alumni with the great Ozzy Baez, who passed away. But I knew her when she was just Rena. That's it, just Rena. Rena, what's up? What's up, girl? What's up? Now she's Rena Valentin. She's making it now. She's Valentin. Rena Valentin. I just knew her as Rena.
Ay, Dios mío, nos fuimos.
That's
Ya,
it.
ya nos fuimos. And
That's
it's like,
it.
we just started.
We
We're
just
just starting.
started.
No,
That's
I
it.
appreciate that.
No,
and
you're
you know,
welcome.
thank you for flattering me. But really, all I'm saying is that it's something to be able to be in the market
Yes.
and remain in the market, remain active, and be employed in your respective fields.
Yes,
right?
thank God.
That's the
man,
big
'cause
deal.
They don't have unemployment in this business.
You know?
They don't have it. If you don't make it, that's it.
So, you know, the thing about it is that, again, we just reminisced with you guys about the fact that we've known each other for a lot of years.
over
I mean,
20
you know,
years.
I wasn't saying 25 years though. I wasn't saying 25. Okay, he wanted to be shouted out 25. I never said that. Okay, and like he said, I was just Rena, so that means, you know, I was just known as, you know.
Yeah. Rita was always the short one at the bar. She was like, yo, let me get a drink. The show's over. Let me a drink, please. Now she's Rina Valentin.
Ay, Dios mío, we went back to that. So, but no, I really, I mean, the fact that you have been able to sustain and be a part of the what I would consider the people of color comedy, right?
Yes.
Because it's unfortunate, mi gente, but we live in a society where the audience matters, and so Rafael, I'm just saying this. I'm bringing this up because it's something when you're not getting booked because people don't get your language and they don't get,
Yes.
you know, the innuendos and so forth. And so it's not about, I'm holding his hand because I want you guys to see the
Yes.
relationship
Yes.
between us in the sense that this is what camaraderie looks like, right?
Yes.
And reconnecting even after all the years.
And we're not typecast.
I like that.
We're not typecast. Latinos culture is the biggest multicultural on the planet. You know, we need to stop letting these people making us typecast as a certain character. We are so talented. Look at what we have here. A talk show host. We have doctors. We have comedians. We have politicians. We need to stop being typecast. You know,
No,
plain and
I
simple.
appreciate that. You know, it's important that we
Yes.
have these conversations together because here's the thing: we play in other roles, we serve in other roles,
Yes.
right? And on top of that, like even though we do have our cultural innuendos, as I mentioned earlier, and our references that whatever maybe only our people get, the idea is that we learn about each other, and the only way we're able to do that is if we're supporting each other. And that's really what I was alluding to.
Yes, definitely. In this business, you know, I love my Latino comedians. I love my African American comedians. Like some of my idols are African American comedians, but my top #1 idol that I think as a Puerto Riqueño, I have to follow his lead was Freddie Prinze. okay? In the comedy field, it's dominated by, of course, my African-American brothers and sisters and my Mexican comedians, because you got the George Lopez, the Ralph Balbozas. We need more of us, not as a rivalry, but to show that there's other cultures out there. Like we have Sarah Contreras, we have Gina Brillon, we have Mark Vieira, and now I'm coming up. So we need to let everybody know there's more than just one type of a stereotype comedian. We need to tell our story, our culture, especially from the New York City.
You know, I want us to visit this together.
Yes.
Together. Because it's one of the things that I am motivated by, and I want to see even the drive that continues to forge us forward here on Open, because when you said Mexican, right, and you know we love our Mexican brothers and sisters because once again it's the same thing.
Yep.
It's like we're all in this together. We're all in this together.
Yes.
We're all in this together, and so the whole point of unfortunately, in the industry, people only recognize the West Coast Latinos.
Yes.
And that's,
Yes.
you know, it's a big deal. And
Yes.
so that's what we're here doing. It's like
Yes.
we're here making sure that you understand that our voices matter too.
Yes.
Our stories matter.
Yes.
And we understand that it's different. It's really different. I mean, again, even our Spanish is different. I mean,
exactly. I mean, because if you look at it, like I just came from San Antonio. Right? And as soon as I got off the plane, people were like, wow, you're the biggest Mexican I ever seen. I'm like, I ain't Mexican, you know? I'm Puerto Riqueño. They were like, where's Puerto Rico at? So there's like a little bit of an ignorance, you know what I'm saying? But I love all my Latino comedians. It's like and I know it's hard for them too when they come to New York. They're like, oh, you're not Puerto Rican? We have a gift. We have a gift that our race can interact with anybody on the planet. Anybody. We have white Latinos, black Latinos. We have ginger Latinos. We call those sazons, you know, con achote.
Right.
You know, we call them that. You know, we have all that culture that we can do so much. My kids are not pure Puerto Ricans. I have, you know, because Puerto Ricans, they always thought of with one or two wives. So, shh, don't say nothing. I have my first set were twin girls. They're half Irish, half Puerto Ricans, and my two youngest, who are now in their 20s and 30s, are half Puerto Ricans, half Ecuadorians. So we got to, you know, mix it up a little bit.
You
and
got
everything.
the serious sazón.
Right, we got.
No, eso se llama un sancocho.
Yeah, yes.
Eso se llama un sancocho.
Because we got we have the corned beef, we got the ceviche, and the pernil all together.
Ay, Dios mío, he only mentioned the carne.
That's it.
Of course, leave it to a man to only mention the carne.
It was true.
Ooh, I said that? Yeah, I did.
But the best part of the soup is when you get to the bone.
Oh, my God.
Te chupa el hueso.
He's not even doing his set yet. Yeah. No, but really, I mean, we're making jokes
Yes.
about it. But the truth of the matter is that I'm so happy to have this platform
Yes.
and be able to share on this level of understanding that we're different, but we're the same. But yeah, our stories, they also render being recorded and conveyed and understood.
Yes.
So that there's not this Puerto Rico, where's Puerto Rico? And it's like, well, you know, if you don't know Bad Bunny, I don't know what rock you've been crawling on that.
I think it's because they don't understand what he's saying. That's what I think. Because I love Bad Bunny. Don't get me wrong. I love Bad Bunny. But every time you hear Bad Bunny, what is that? What is that? I love him. But what is he saying?
I know.
What's he saying?
And you know what's sad is that we sing it like him.
Yeah.
We sing like we go right along with it. We're
like you ever walk around the house? Yeah, like you ever walked around the house and be like, Titi me preguntó de una mal novia. I'm like, novia. That's I walk around the house. I'm sorry.
And with the
Yeah.
hey.
Or now with Dominicans with their music, all I just say is one word. I got a hit. That's all I say. And I can make a hit. You know, if you have to use the bathroom, you could come up with something. You got a hit. You got a #1 hit. I'm just trying to use a word nobody's used yet. You know, cabrón, cabrón. Not something.
no, you got
I can't, something. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to come up with something. One word. Just give me one word.
Oh my gosh!
You know
Oh
what I'm
my
saying?
gosh! But you know what? That's the beauty of even being in New York, right? Because
Yes.
even if you're not Latino, you understand the language. You understand.
Exactly. That's where Reconstruction's coming from. Reconstruction is a story of a New Yorican who survived. And when I mean, I think I'm going to sound old on this, but it's okay. It's okay. I grew up in the 70s. So I survived the 1978 blackouts. We survived Son of Sam. We survived the crack era. We survived the AIDS era. We now just survived the COVID era, and this other era, whatever, the politic era, whatever you want to call it.
What do you call this era? Wait. Vamos sacar un nombre.
Can I be honest?
Yeah, vamos sacar un nombre.
Y'all too sensitive out there. Everybody's too sensitive. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't talk about whatever. Comics right now are under scrutiny. They're being targeted. But when you and I grew up, we watched the Archie Bunkers. We watched the Jeffersons. And it was funny. We're not making fun of you. We're making fun of a situation. That's why this Reconstruction to me is very important, because I'm putting it all out there. I'm telling the story like it is. There's no filter. I'm talking about my past drug abuse. I'm talking about, almost dying in 2020 and 2022, what I went through in the hospital. And it wasn't even COVID. That's the thing that scared me. I was in the hospital. It wasn't even for COVID. It was for a totally different thing. Somehow this bacteria got in my body, and I was in ICU for 14 days.
My goodness.
I thought I was not going to come back out, So as soon as things will start happening, you start to realize, ¿quién es tu gente?
Right.
Who's your familia?
Right. Right.
That's when I was like, okay, now it's time to put this in a story, because I'm not supposed to be here. I'm not supposed to be here. Believe me when I tell you, I'm not.
But you are.
But
right?
I am.
So it's like he's not supposed to be here, but he is, and of course he's here with us.
Because my mother.
No, I'm saying that.
my
of
mother.
course he had to come and bring it to us.
Because it's Puerto Rican power. It's
No,
Puerto Rican power.
That's what's
my mother
up.
prayed to every saint there is. Saint Jude, Saint Rafael, San Miguel, everybody that had a Spanish saint, a Spanish name and a saint. My mother prayed to all of them. Okay, I think there's one of Santo Lengua or something. I'm here because of them, But I hope that I'm able to bring out this story and tell everybody how it really is.
That's a really beautiful thing for you to say with regards to just what you're really conveying to us is what rebirth really means.
Yes.
Or what it could signify, right? Because that's what I'm picking up in what you're saying. I mean, we're making jokes about everything, but there's something to be said when you've been given a second chance.
Oh, let me tell you something. When I was in that hospital, and I'm going to tell a story, and this is real, and you could think I'm making it up.
I hope it's
whatever.
a short story.
No,
You're going to have to leave the rest for yourself.
Yes, no,
okay?
but it's a story of there's belief, there's something out there. I'm not saying it was an alien or whatever. All I'm saying is, there was one night there, my temperature went up to 104 degrees. They were bringing in the ice packs. They said, if he hits 107, we're going to lose him. All right? So I said to the doctor, I said, I'm gone. I'm as long as my paperwork is taken care of, I'm good. I heard a voice says, you're not going nowhere. You're not going anywhere. It's not your time yet. I was like, but Daddy, I'm tired. He was like, I was tired too, and I took care of you till I was gone. So I fell asleep. That was at 7 o'clock at night. I woke up the next day, 2 in the afternoon, and I was like, I'm back. That's when I knew, you got a purpose here. You got to do something. Make people, take your pain, because the best comedy in the world comes from pain. Take your pain and make people laugh.
That's deep.
And it's a true story, I'm telling you.
That's deep. I saw it just right now in the way you conveyed it.
Yeah.
I was there with you.
I got to hold it in.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be like, you're not going to do the Oprah thing to me.
No, I'm not going to make you cry.
I ain't going to cry on this show. I ain't crying on this show. Look, she's so serious. It's like, I don't want to cry either. I got to do a job.
No, but I appreciate you feeling safe enough to share in that way because I was able to visualize it and I can't imagine what that must feel like to not know, right? Because you basically surrendered into it from what you conveyed right now and was like, okay, I'm going to go.
The nurse was talking to me. She was like, you going to be okay? I was like, no, I'm gone. I said, tell my family, get my paperwork. She was like, no, Mr. Gracia, you're not gonna go. I was like, I'm going. And I remember trying to go to sleep, trying to stay awake, and I'm going to I'm like, it's my father. And I'm like, Pa, I'm tired. I can't do this. No, papi. Tú no vas para ningún lado. Te levanta. Let's go. And the next thing you know, like 13 hours later, I'm up, and I'm like, okay.
And then what? And then the Rocky music came on. Dun, dun,
As a
dun,
matter
dun,
of
dun,
fact,
dun, dun,
yes.
dun.
You know what came on in my head? I swear to you, I heard, I didn't go down. One more round. Ring the bell.
Ooh.
That was it.
Ooh.
And I've been on a mission ever since. And then God blessed me with a beautiful wife that I've been with now for the last 3 years. And since the day I met her 3 years ago, I've been booked every single weekend, every month since 2022 till now.
So
And
she's your lucky charm.
yeah, yeah.
Wifey's the
definitely.
lucky charm.
Yes, she is.
Uh-oh, somebody's gonna get it real good tonight.
Yeah, right. We going through a lot of stuff right now, you know, that menopause thing. Y'all get revenge. I'm tired of that menopause.
Ain't nobody talking about
That's why
menopause. We were
called-
talking about
listen,
postpartum, Papa.
Do you know
Don't
what
get
it
them
means?
confused.
Do you know what it means? Men-o-pause? That means men with pause. That's it. You're not going.
Okay. All right, good.
Yes.
That's a good segue into men or pause. We are going to put the man on pause, but don't go anywhere because Rafael Gee is going to elaborate further while he performs for us in our comedy corner that you don't want to miss after the break. Don't go anywhere. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Open, here now to perform in our comedy corner. Let's give it up for Rafael Gee.
Thank you, everybody. Everybody knows again, my name is Rafael Gee. I just turned 54 this year. Don't clap. Okay, don't clap. Don't clap because I'm not celebrating that I turned 54. Okay, and the body changed. Everything changed. We can't do. I see all these young kids walking around here and everything, and helping with Reno with her and all this stuff. It doesn't work like that way for me. They lied to us, ladies and gentlemen. Look into my eyes, ladies and gentlemen. The United States of America lied to us, okay? Because when I turned 50, they sent me the red card, okay? Everybody knows what the red card is. Do you know what the red card is? So you don't know. So you young people, let me describe to you what the red card is. The red card is the AARP card. Okay, they lied to us. They lied to us. They said that it stands for the American Association of Retired People, right? Right? That's what it says. They lied. You young people, I want you to understand. Look at my eyes. I'm telling you, they lied. If you look at it really good, it says ARP. You know what ARP means? That means now that's the noise we make on every little move every time we turn 50 years old. Okay? We can't go to the bathroom like you guys go now. When you guys go, you guys lay down, done. No. Us is different. We sound like Arnold Schwarzenegger when we use the bathroom. All right? We're sitting there going, it won't come out. That's what ARP stands for. Okay? We can't do that no more. Okay? Everything hurts now. If we sneeze, it hurts. Okay? Remember back in the day we were able to walk around past gas and don't tell nobody nothing? Now you can tell you're old because when you walk and you pass gas, you get stuck. You be like, wait, I can't move. Why? Because if I move, you're going to hear the pop. You know what the pop I'm talking about? When you walk around, you hear, like those. What's that noise? You know what that pop is? A snap, crackle, pop. What I mean by snap, crackle, pop is when you wake up in the morning, snap. Everything snaps, right? When you get out the bed, crackle, pop is when that gas escapes. It's called pop. It's called. That's all you hear. Our butt cheeks start to clap. It's like. All right, I'm telling you, it all changes. Everything changes. Even listen, my wife is laughing right now. And my wife changed too. My wife changed too. My wife used to have beautiful nightgowns. She used to have beautiful, panties. Now she wears a Depends thong. Okay, a Depends thong in different colors, red, yellow, green. And I'm looking at her like, babe, what she's like, babe, look, it's the new thong. And she's like, dun, 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 dun. I'm like, no, it's wrong. No, take it off. Take it off, okay? And listen, I just became a grandfather this April, all right? I'm just gonna let you know right now, I don't know where I'm getting this money from to buy him everything, but I understand now what my mother did with my kids, all right? Because I do not know where I'm getting this money. My wife found money that I didn't know I had. So whenever that little kid needs something, all of a sudden, I'm paying for it. Let me tell you something, America, look at me. If your children are having kids, save up, because grandchildren are expensive, okay? They are expensive. Don't get me wrong, I love my grandson, but where did I get this money from? Okay, now I understand. See, if this was a rated R thing, I would have said something else, but for some reason, I get it now when my mother says, "I don't let you quiere que yo lo saque de," and I'm not going to say the word because they had those secret pockets in back, and see, y'all ladies know what I'm talking about, because we're all Caribbean. We understand what I'm saying, right? We understand what I'm saying? You're from down south, but me and her from further south. We're like in the water, all right? And I got to say, Rena, I have to say something. Congratulations to the 2 doctors that you had on the show. Beautiful, doing a thing. You got one that sells copper. I need some for my legs. If you got any coppers for my knuckles or something, because my body is hurting. You know what I'm saying? Like, my body's hurting. Like, give me cotton something. Not the things that you see at 2 o'clock in the morning that you will put on the copper socks and you be able to jog. They lying. They lied. I bought them socks. There's no copper in them socks. And for the other doctor, your drinks, to nourish and everything. I want to go into business with you. I have a drink that I want to put in the market. Maybe you can help me. It's called ponche. It's like we take malta, sugar, and grape juice, shake it. And we give that to little kids when they were like 2 years old. I think that was our natural Red Bull. But see, that was natural Red Bull. You know what I'm talking about? You put a little bit of egg, sugar, and ponche. You're 5 years old, and you're running around like your kids were in the background. They were just like her kids were like playing. The doctor was looking at them like, "Hi, yes." Yes, Rena, thank you. Well, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all for taking the time, for letting me entertain you here at BronxNet con Rena Valentin. Thank you.
Rafael Gee, everybody! Yeah, baby! Oh my gosh, he did not go there with the ponche.
Yes.
Shame on you! Shame on you!
But I want to go into business because nobody's patented. Nobody's made the ponche drink. we'll call it Rican ponche.
Rican ponche. That's a nice lead into Rafael Gee's show, mi gente.
Yes,
Just in case y'all missed it, once again, Rafael Gee has his one-man comedy special, I should say, Reconstruction, not just a comeback, it's a reconstruction, and that is scheduled to go up October 18th in 2025, this year, at Comedy in Harlem, which is located at 750A St. Nicholas Avenue. Once again, mark your calendars, and if you're interested in for more information, you can visit his website, comedianrafaelgee.com, and be sure to follow him on IG at Comedian Rafael Gee. That is our show today, mi gente. I like that we close it out with a laugh. Yes, we did all this health awareness, mind, body, spirit. So thank you to all our guests for coming through, and to you, our viewers, for tuning in. If you missed any part of the show, you can check out this episode throughout the weekend, 24 hours a day at BronxNet.tv. I'm Rena Valentin, and from all of us here at Open, may the universe provide paz, prosperity, y amor. And once again, ladies, we got the doctoras in the house. Thank you, everybody. All right.
Yes.